What is the main function of the urinary bladder? A. To produce urine. B. To store urine. C. To regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. D. To regulate blood sugar levels. And the correct answer is B. To store urine. The urinary bladder is a temporary reservoir of urine. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder till it is passed out through the urethra. Which organ is responsible for filtering the blood and removing waste products from the body? A. Liver. B. Kidneys. C. Lungs. D. Intestines. And the correct answer is B. Kidneys. Each of your kidneys is made up of about 1 million filtering units called nephrons. Each nephron includes a filter called the glomerulus and a tubule. The nephrons work through a two-step process. The glomerulus filters your blood and the tubules returns needed substances to your blood and removes waste. What is the main function of the excretory system? A. To regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. B. To remove waste products. C. To control blood pressure. D. To regulate blood sugar levels. And the correct answer is B. To remove waste products. The main function of the excretory system is to remove waste products from the body. What is the role of the ureters in the excretory system? A. To produce urine. B. To store urine. C. To transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. D. To regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. And the correct answer is C. To transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. Ureters transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. What is the function of the urethra in the excretory system? A. To produce urine. B. To store urine. C. To transport urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. D. To regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. And the correct answer is C. To transport urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Urethra helps transport urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Which of the following is a function of the nephrons in the kidneys? A. Production of insulin. B. Producing milk. C. Filtering waste products from the blood. D. Regulating blood sugar levels. And the correct answer is C. Filtering waste products from the blood. The function of nephrons is filtering waste products from the blood. Which of the following is not a waste product eliminated by the kidneys? A. Urea. B. Ammonia. C. Creatinine. D. Sodium. And the correct answer is D. Sodium. Urea, ammonia and creatinine are all waste products eliminated by the kidneys. The ureters are tubes that transport urine from the A. Bladder to the urethra. B. Kidneys to the bladder. C. Urethra to the bladder. D. Bladder to the kidneys. And the correct answer is B. Kidneys to the bladder. Ureters transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. The nephrons are the functional units of the A. Ureters. B. Bladder. C. Kidneys. D. Urethra. And the correct answer is C. Kidneys. Nephrons are called the functional units of the kidneys. The renal pelvis is a part of the A. Ureters. B. Bladder. C. Kidneys. D. Urethra. And the correct answer is C. Kidneys. The renal pelvis is a large cavity that collects the urine as it is produced. The periphery of the renal pelvis is interrupted by cup-like projections called calyces. A minor calyx surrounds the renal papillae of each pyramid and collects urine from that pyramid. The process of reabsorbing useful substances from the filtrate back into the blood is called A. Secretion. B. Filtration. C. Reabsorption. D. Urination. And the correct answer is C. Reabsorption. Reabsorption means being absorbed again. For example, the kidney selectively reabsorbs substances it has already secreted into the renal tubules, such as glucose, protein and sodium. These reabsorbed substances are returned to the blood. The juxtaglomerular apparatus is a structure found in the A. Ureters. B. Bladder. C. Kidneys. D. Urethra. And the correct answer is C. Kidneys. The juxtaglomerular apparatus is a structure found in the kidneys. It regulates the function of each nephron. The Bowman's capsule and glomerulus together form the A. Renal columns. B. Loop of Henle. C. Nephron. D. Renal corpuscle. And the correct answer is D. Renal corpuscle. Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus together form the renal corpuscle. The renal corpuscle acts to filter blood. Fluid from blood in the glomerulus is collected in the Bowman's capsule to form glomerular filtrate, which is then further processed along the nephron to form urine. It does this via a filtration barrier. Chronic kidney disease can lead to A. High blood pressure, B. Anemia, C. Pulmonary edema, D. All of the above. And the correct answer is D. All of the above. Chronic kidney disease can lead to complications such as high blood pressure, anemia, and pulmonary edema. Other complications include sudden rise in your potassium levels in your blood, that is hyperkalemia, which could impair your heart's function and can be life-threatening. Weak bones and an increased risk of bone fractures. Decreased sex drive, erectile dysfunction, or reduced fertility. Damage to your central nervous system, which can cause difficulty concentrating, personality changes, or seizures. Decreased immune response, which makes you more vulnerable to infection. Pericarditis, an inflammation of the sac-like membrane that envelops your heart. Pregnancy complications that carry risk for the mother and the developing fetus. Irreversible damage to your kidneys, that is end-stage kidney disease, eventually requiring either dialysis or a kidney transplant for survival. The yellow color of urine is due to A. Uric acid, B. Urochrome, C. Urea, D. Melanin. And the correct answer is B. Urochrome. Urochrome is the chemical primarily responsible for the yellow color of the urine. Which terms refer to painful urination? A. Enuresis, B. Anuria, C. Dysuria, D. Ketosis. And the correct answer is C. Dysuria. Discomfort, pain, or burning when urinating is called dysuria. What type of muscle is responsible for involuntary movements? A. Skeletal muscles, B. Smooth muscles, C. Forearm muscles, D. None of the above. And the correct answer is B. Smooth muscles. Involuntary movements in the body are the movements over which we have no control, and smooth muscles are the muscles which are responsible for involuntary movements in the body. An example of involuntary muscle movement controlled by smooth muscles is peristalsis. What is the name of the layer of tissue that connects muscle to bone? A. Muscle fiber, B. Tendons, C. Epidermis, D. Connective tissue. And the correct answer is B. Tendons. A tendon is a fibrous connective tissue that attaches muscle to bone. What is the function of the muscular system? A. Posture, B. Movement, C. Heat production, D. All of the above. And the correct answer is D. All of the above. Posture, movement, and heat production are all functions of the muscular system. What are the three types of muscles in the body? A. Skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. B. Slow twitch, fast twitch, and intermediate. C. Voluntary, involuntary, and automatic. D. Extensor, flexor, and supinator. And the correct answer is A. Skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscles are the three types of muscles in the body. What type of muscle is responsible for involuntary movements such as digestion? A. Skeletal muscle, B. Smooth muscle, C. Cardiac muscle, D. None of the above. And the correct answer is B. Smooth muscle. The type of muscle found in the digestive system is called smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is one of the three major types of muscle tissue in the body. It lines hollow internal organs such as the stomach and intestines, as well as blood vessels. Which neurons carry messages away from the brain to the rest of the body to allow muscles to move? A. Sensory neurons, B. Motor neurons, C. Reflex neurons, D. Both A and C. And the correct answer is B. Motor neurons. Motor neurons are the cells in the brain and spinal cord that allow us to move, speak, swallow, and breathe by sending commands from the brain to the muscles that carry out these functions. The nerve fibers of the motor neurons are the longest in the body. A single axon can stretch from the base of the spinal cord all the way to the toes. What is the breakdown of a muscle called? A. Rhabdomyolysis, B. Muscular hypertrophy, C. Alzheimer's disease, D. Parkinson's disease. And the correct answer is A. Rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis is a condition in which damaged skeletal muscle breaks down rapidly. Rhabdomyolysis is potentially life-threatening. It results from breakdown of skeletal muscle fibers with leakage of muscle contents into the circulation. What is the term used to describe sustained contraction of a muscle? A. Muscle hypertrophy, B. Muscle atrophy, C. Muscle fasciculation, D. Tetany. And the correct answer is D. Tetany. Sustained contraction of a muscle in tetany is evoked when the motor nerve that innervates a skeletal muscle emits action potentials at a very high rate. What is the name of the medical procedure that involves the removal of a sample of muscle tissue for examination? A. Electromyography, B. Muscle biopsy, C. Manual muscle testing, D. Computed tomography scan. And the correct answer is B. Muscle biopsy. Muscle biopsy is a procedure used to diagnose diseases involving muscle tissue. In the procedure of muscle biopsy, a small sample of muscle tissue is removed for examination. Which layer of tissue surrounds the entire muscle? A. Mediastinum. B. Endometrium. C. Epimysium. D. Both A and B. And the correct answer is C. Epimysium. The epimysium is the dense connective tissue that surrounds the entire muscle tissue. What type of muscle is responsible for maintaining posture and control over voluntary movements? A. Skeletal muscle. B. Smooth muscle. C. Cardiac muscle. D. None of the above. And the correct answer is A. Skeletal muscle. Voluntary movements are the movements of the body over which a person has his control. Skeletal muscles are responsible for maintaining posture and control over voluntary movements. What two main types of proteins are responsible for the sliding filament mechanism? A. Actin. B. Myosin. C. Alpha fetoprotein. D. Both A and B. And the correct answer is D. Both A and B. The sliding filament theory explains the mechanism of muscle contraction based on muscle proteins that slide past each other to generate movement. Actin and myosin are the proteins responsible for sliding filament mechanism. What is the term used to describe the increase in muscle size due to strength training? A. Muscle hypertrophy. B. Muscle atrophy. C. Muscle fasciculation. D. Tetany. And the correct answer is A. Muscle hypertrophy. After strength training, your body repairs or replaces damaged muscle fibers through a cellular process, where it fuses muscle fibers together to form new muscle protein strands or myofibrils. These repaired myofibrils increase in thickness and number to create muscle hypertrophy. What is the name of the type of muscle found in the heart that is responsible for its rhythmic beating? A. Skeletal muscle. B. Cardiac muscle. C. Smooth muscle. D. Gluteus maximus muscle. And the correct answer is B. Cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle present in the heart is responsible for its rhythmic beating. What is the name of the diagnostic test that measures the electrical activity of muscles? A. Electromyography. B. Muscle biopsy. C. Manual muscle testing. D. Computed tomography scan. And the correct answer is A. Electromyography. Electromyography is a diagnostic procedure to assess the health of muscles and the nerve cells that control them. EMG results can reveal nerve dysfunction, muscle dysfunction, or problems with nerve to muscle signal transmission.